Hey folks, Steve here. How you doing? I have just a small project today. I have this corner in our newly finished laundry room, and this is, I believe, the last piece. They're the last two pieces, and basically two corner shelves. Not quite floating. I have basically a ledger that they will sit on, but then I have a kind of a finished piece for that. Let me show you what I've got. I have these two shelves, and they will go up into this corner. The first one I've already got marked out. I had it temporarily installed, but we found a problem, and so we had to fix that. This is going to be how it's going to trim out. You're looking at the back side, of course, but I have this bit of crown molding that will effectively do one of kind of, something like that. And that will hide these. And those are what the shelf will actually attach to and will ride on. Unfortunately, these things are not going to really take any weight. I believe my wife has simply some plants that she wants to put on there, some small succulents or something. So they're not going to take a lot of weight at all. They just need to be sturdy. And so that's what I'm working on. For that effect, what I did was I went ahead and pre-glued this piece here, so it'll just then install, and I went ahead and pinned it with some 23 gauge pins on the flat part of that backside stock, and then using my miter clamps have those ready to go, so it's going to hold everything while that glue sets. I was anticipating maybe trying to get a pin nail right in through there, but I am very, very skeptical about hitting this narrow width right there on the angle and then being able to shoot flush. Big risk for not a lot of reward. The miter clamps, once the glue is there, the miter clamp should hold it just fine. That way it'll just go in and install. All right, so that's what I'm doing. And at this point, I have to start getting my wall cleats in. And for that, I'll show you what I've got going on. Okay, that feels very solid. So you can see the backside there, what it looks like. This is actually upside down, and joint down the inside is very tight, and it is very, very solid at this moment with those cleats. Hey, thanks to Ron Polk and Finish Carpentry TV, Richard McMurray out of Fort Worth, Dallas, Fort Worth, out of Texas. And thank you for the idea of these things. I stumbled on these because I was watching your videos 3, 4, 5 years ago, whenever it was, and these miter clips, these miter clamps, they are amazing. So really, really appreciate these things. Thank you very much for the idea. So how these are going to work, these have already been cut to make sure that they fit behind the profile of that crown, which will hide, obviously, the mechanism holding up the shelves. And so it'll look like the crown is holding up the shelves, but the crown is just cosmetic. So I've already got my level line, and I know that my crown detail will miss this outlet cover, so I'm good to go there. I think this is actually a very good height, and it will allow me the second shelf without looking like it's too high. I've already laid this out because, like I said, I had installed this once. And so basically it's just a matter of getting my screws back in there. Yep, I felt that. That indexed itself right back in the hole that it was pre-drilled for. Yep, both of those, find the holes that they were in before. So I think we're good to go on this one, and looks very level. I think 3 screws is more than adequate. I do have pre-drilled a 4th, but I think we're good to go. All 3 of those are in studs. That's why their placement is where it is. So here's where I run into an issue. On this wall, I have a stud right in the corner I can get to 2 screws. But that's going to leave this a little bit of pivoting, except I could run a screw into the drywall and hopefully it just holds up and down. I'm not worried about it pulling forward. However, I think I want to do a molly anchor, like so. And so I'm going to have to pre-drill this to make sure that I can get this bolt through. And once I do, then I will get the MOLLE back on. I will need to have a hole aligned over here, get this through, pull everything forward, and then be able to tighten this. And that hole up and down will give me a little bit of an ability to shift this and make sure that this is also level. And I'll have to repeat the same process one more time with the next cleat above on this wall. I know that this head will fit in the countersink hole that I've just drilled. Now I need to make sure that this hole is a little bit bigger and this will fit through it. And then I have to align this up there in order to make sure that I have the MOLLE hole drilled. Okay, so that hole is indexed. I just need to make that hole the size of this. Haha, 9/16. Okay, so that's the idea. Get that through the hole and tighten that down, and with any luck, we're all good to go. I'm getting lucky in that the insulation in this wall is actually helping to hold that MOLLE in place without it spinning. And that tightened up very well. So this substructure, this support, is very solid. Nine/16 for the MOLLE in the wall. Pre-drilling, countersinking with this, and this bit is really dull, the countersink, so I've got to replace this anyway. To accommodate the MOLLE bolt itself, which is probably 3/16. This is a 1/4 inch, and it fits just fine. So through the hole, and it's through the hole so I can feel it tightening. As I'm tightening, I'm pulling the screw towards me as I'm hand tightening, just to make sure that that MOLLE wing is actually not spinning and that I'm not wasting my time. Okay. Yep. Okay, tighten right down. All right, I can work with that. So bracing is all in, and crown will cover everything there. Everything is countersunk, everything is level, and that accommodates nicely 2 shelves. Now it's a matter of putting the shelves on, zipping the crown on. Pre-drilled holes straight up. I have one there, and then equivalent down here to actually just screw into the bottom of this, holding everything down. Again, it's not going to take weight, so this should be it. We'll see. Okay, so that's the idea. It actually holds itself right there. What am I using for screws? These are number 8, 1.5 inch, and they are self-tapping, self-drilling. So I'm going to use those. That way I don't have to, again, pre-drill. I am making sure that yes. The bumps here. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. All right, so this is what you're getting. And then the crown will hide all of that. One more to go. And then it's crown time. All right, that stabilized it. There was just a little bit of a tip back and forth. That stabilized it. I am running 2.5s, 18 gauge. So, and from where I am standing, you cannot see those nail holes. And there will be a plant on here. Yay! Compliments of the hardware store out in the Magic Trailer. I didn't have to think about what I wanted to use because I knew I had it. I had the opportunity to choose 1.25" number 6s, and these are wood screws, but they're not self-tapping, so I'd have to pre-drill. No big deal. And then I had these. Now I know they're panhead, but because of the way I countersunk, the panhead was not an issue. And self-tapping, 1.5". Yay! Okay. All right. I think we're ready for succulents. Hey folks, thanks for sticking with me. If you would, like and subscribe down below. I would appreciate that and help me grow the channel. Y'all take care.